Hello students, in last lecture we have started chapter trigonometry part 2. We have seen some formulas, that is trigonometric functions of compound angle, that is cos of a plus b equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, cos of a minus b which is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b, sin of a plus b equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, and the next one sin of a minus b is equal to sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. So these are the four compound angle formulas about sine and cos. So how we can remember this? For compound angle of cos, the terms are cos cos sin sin, and for plus we have to take minus, and for minus we have to take plus. And for sine of a plus b, the terms are sine cos cos sine. For plus we have to take plus, and for minus we have to take minus. The next formula, that is tan of a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a into tan b. And the second one, tan of a minus b equal to tan a minus tan b upon 1 plus tan a tan b. So we can remember this expansion of tan, which is tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus product of tan a and tan b. So similarly, when for plus the numerator is sum and denominator is minus. Similarly, for tan of a minus b, the numerator is with negative symbol and denominator is plus symbol. Similarly, we have two formulas, cot of a plus b, which is cot a cot b minus 1 upon cot b plus cot a. Similarly, cot of a minus b, which is cot a cot b plus 1 upon cot b minus cot a. So how we can remember? For plus we have to take the denominator the sum, and for minus we have to take denominator is minus, and always remember the b angle we have to take first, that is cot b minus cot a. And similarly here cot b plus cot a. For plus the denominator is plus, but numerator is product of cot b and cot a, so I can write cot a plus cot b minus 1. Similarly here cot a into cot b plus 1. Now we have seen some allied angle formulas, that is sine of 90 minus theta, cos of 90 minus theta, tan of 90 minus theta, and cot of 90 minus theta. So always remember, whenever we are taking 90 minus theta, then the functions will be changed. How function will be changed? Sine by cos, cos by sine, tan by cot, and cot by tan. Similarly, sec by cosec, cosec by sec. And when the angle is 90 minus, it means less than 90 degree. So the all angles are belong to the first quadrant, that is why all are positive. So simply we can remember sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta, cos of 90 minus theta is sine theta, tan of 90 minus theta is cot theta, and cot of 90 minus theta is tan theta. Similarly, we can say sec of 90 minus theta is cosec theta, and cosec of 90 minus theta is cot sec theta. See, like similar allied angles, that is sine of 90 plus theta, cos of 90 plus theta, tan of 90 plus theta, cot of 90 plus theta. So again, when the angle is 90 plus theta, the function will be changed. How change? Sine change by cos, cos change by sine, tan change by cot, cot change by tan, sec change by cosec, and cosec change by sec. But remember, 90 plus theta, it means it is belong to the second quadrant, and we know in second quadrant only sine is positive. That is why sine of 90 plus theta, which will be positive cos theta, and for the remaining all trigonometric functions we have to take the negative symbols. So we get these identities. So using these identities we have to solve the some example. So let's see the example based on this formula, that is exercise 3.1. See the first example, which is find the values of sine 15 degree, cos 75 degree, tan 105 degree, and cot of 225 degree. As in previous chapter we have learned how to find the trigonometric functions for a specific angles, in which those all specific angle are some standard angle, say like 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree and so on. But here the angle which we have given, which is 15 degree, which is not standard or specific angle, here 75 degree, which is not standard, but using the formulas of allied angles, that is 90 minus 90 plus or compound angle formulae, we can express this angle, say 15, 75, in terms of some specific angle, that is standard angle. Let's see the solution of first, that is sine of 15 degree. As the angle 15, we can write 45 degree minus 30 degree. Yes, similarly we have one more options. Even I can write 15 degree as 60 minus 45 also. So we can write any one. Yes, now sine of 45 minus 30 we can expand using the formula, that is sine of a minus b. As we know formula sine of a minus b, which is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. As the expansion of sine contain term sine cos, cos sine, for minus we have to take minus. Now let's see what are the values of this. Now we know the value of sine 45, which is 1 by root 2, cos 30, which is root 3 by 2, minus as it is cos 45 1 by root 2 and sine 30, which is 1 by 2. Now let's simplify this. 1 into root 3, that is root 3 upon 2 root 2. 1 into 1, that is 1 upon 2 root 2. So the denominators are same, that is 2 root 2. We will combine them. And what are the numerators? 1 into 3, that is 3, minus 1 into 1, that is 1. So we get the value sine of 15 degree, which is root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. Let's see the next example. Cos of 75 degree. Now cos of 75 degree can be written as 45 degree plus 30 degree. Yes, so even I have some alternatives. We can write this 75 degree as 90 minus 15 degree, and we have already find the value of sine 15, and we can use that sine 15 with the cos of 90 minus theta. Okay, now see what is the expansion for cos of 45 plus 30 degree. As we know the formula for cos of a plus b, which is cos cos minus sine sine. See, for the expansion of cos, the terms are cos cos and sine sine. For plus we have to take minus. So here cos of a plus b, which is cos a cos b minus sine a sine b. So what is a here? 45 degree. What is b here? 30 degree. So let's put this value. Now look at the values of cos 45 degree. So what is cos 45 degree? Which is 1 upon root 2 into what is cos 30 degree? Root 3 by 2 minus sine 45, which is 1 upon root 2, and sine 30, which is 1 upon 2. Actually here it is 1 by 2, which is printing mistake. Now 1 into root 3, which is root 3, and 2 into root 2, which is 2 root 2. Similarly 1 into 1, 1, and here it is root 2 into 2. Remember this is 2, so we get 2 into root 2. Now as the denominators are same, so we can combine the numerator, that is root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. So we get that cos of 75 degree is also same as sine 15 degree, that is root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. How it is possible? Because we know sine theta is same as cos of 90 minus theta, or cos of theta is same as sine of 90 minus theta. So that is why sine 15 degree and cos 75 degree both are same. Let's see some more examples. Next example is tan of 105 degree. So here we can write 105 degree as 60 degree plus 45 degree. Now if you think about some alternative arrangement, I can write it as tan of 90 plus 15. But for 15 degree we don't have available, that is sine 15 and cos 15, tan 15. So once you already know about what are the sine 15 and cos 15, then we can use the value of tan 15. But it is little complicated. So instead of that, simply we can write 60 plus 45, because we know about tan 60 as well as tan 45. Now, if we write 105 as a 60 plus 45 degree, then we have the formula that is tan of A plus B. What is the formula for tan of A plus B? Yes, that is tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A into tan B. So here, what are the A and B? A is 60 and B is 45. And remember, for expansion of tan, if here it is plus, then numerator is plus, denominator is minus. Now let's put the value. What is tan 60, which is root 3, plus tan 45, which is 1, upon 1 as it is, tan 60 root 3, tan 45 1. Let's simplify this. Root 3 into 1, which is, sorry, root 3 plus 1, that is root 3 plus 1. 1 as it is, root 3 into 1, that is root 3. So we get tan of 105 degree, which is equal to root 3 plus 1 upon 1 minus root 3. Let's see one more example. Cot of 225 degree. So here even we can write 225 degree as 180 plus 45 degree, and we can use the formula for of cot of A plus B, that is cot of 180 plus 45. So instead of that, we can use the formula for formula of tan. So we can write cot as 1 upon tan, that is cot of 225 is 1 upon tan of 225. Now this one as it is. Now we will expand this tan of 225 as tan of 180 plus 45. Now we can use the same formula which we have used in previous example, that is tan of A plus B. So that means tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. What is A here? 180 degree. What is B? 45 degree. Now let's put the value as 1 as it is. Now what is tan 180? So if you not remember the value of tan 180, let's see if we consider a unit circle, x-axis and y-axis. Now for 180 degree, the point will be lies on y-axis, negative y-axis, and what are the coordinate of y-axis? Minus 1 comma 0. Yes, and if minus 1 comma 0 is there, then cos is minus 1 and sine is 0. So the ratio of sine upon cos, that is tan, which is 0 upon minus 1, which will give 0. So that's why tan of 180 is 0. Yes, and tan 45, which is 1 upon 1 minus tan 180, which is 0, and tan 45, which is 1. Let's simplify this. 0 plus 1, which is 1, and 1 minus 1, sorry, 1 minus 1 into 0, which is 0. So finally we get 1 divided by 1 upon 1, so which will give us 1. So we get that cot of 225 degree, which is exactly 1. Let's see the next example. The next example is prove the following. Cos of pi by 2 minus x into cos of pi by 2 minus y minus cos of pi by 2 minus x into sine of pi by 2 minus y, which is equal to minus cos of x plus y. So here we have to consider the LHS and we have to prove that that is same as RHS. So let's see, we will consider the LHS. What is the LHS here? Cos of pi by 2 minus x, cos of pi by 2 minus y, minus sine of pi by 2 minus x, sine of pi by 2 minus y. So here all the angles are 90 minus theta. So we can use the formula. What is the formula? Cos of 90 minus theta, which is sine theta, and sine of 90 minus theta, which is cos theta. That means here cos of pi by 2 minus x can be written as sin x. Cos of pi by 2 minus y can be written as sin y. Minus symbol as it is. Now sin of 90 minus x, which is cos x, and sin of 90 minus y, which is cos y. So we get sin x sin y minus cos x cos y. Now if I take the negative symbol common from the both terms, what I get? Minus in bracket cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Why we have taken minus common? Because if we take the negative common, then whatever expression remaining in bracket, that is exactly expansion, which is expansion of what? Cos of x plus y. As we know, cos of x plus y is what? Cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. The expansion of cos x is what? Cos cos sin sin. For plus we have to take minus, and this negative symbol which is outside the bracket, which is as it is, and we get the exactly our required RHS, which is minus of cos of x plus y. So in this way we can prove this expansion. Let's see the next example. Prove the following: 1 plus tan x upon 1 minus tan x raised to 2, which is equal to tan of pi by 4 plus x upon tan of pi by 4 minus x. So again here same, we have to consider the LHS and we have to show that it is same as RHS, or we can consider the RHS and we can prove that it is same with the LHS. So now in this example it is convenient to consider the RHS. What is the reason? Because here tan of 45, that is pi by 4 plus theta, we can expand the using formula. Let's see, let's consider the RHS, which is tan of pi by 4 plus x upon tan of pi by 4 minus x. Now what is the expansion for tan of a plus b? Yes, which is tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. Similarly, tan of a minus b, which is tan a minus tan b upon 1 plus tan a tan b. Now we can put the value of tan 45, that is tan of pi by 4. As we know tan pi by 4 is 1, let's replace tan pi by 4 by 1 plus tan x upon 1 minus 1 into tan x. Similarly, in the denominator, tan pi by 4, which is 1, minus tan x upon 1 plus 1 into tan x. Now this numerator, it is as it is, which is 1 plus tan upon 1 minus tan. This denominator, that is the division, we change by multiplication and we will multiply by the reciprocal of this. What is the reciprocal? That is 1 plus tan upon 1 minus tan. Now let's take the multiplication. What is 1 plus tan into 1 plus tan? Obviously, which is 1 plus tan bracket square, and the denominator is also 1 minus tan into 1 minus tan, which is 1 minus tan bracket square. So we can write this as 1 plus tan upon 1 minus tan raised to 2. That is the exactly LHS. So in this way we can prove from considering RHS to LHS the given statement is true. Let's see the next example. Next is prove the following: root 2 into cos of pi by 4 minus a equal to cos a plus sin a. So remember, here we have given cos of pi by 4 minus a. We don't have directly formula to write cos of pi by 4 minus a in terms of sin a. It is about compound angle, not a allied angle. If here it is pi by 2 minus a, then we can write cos of pi by 2 minus a as a directly sin a. But here it is not pi by 2, which is pi by 4. That means we have to use here cos of a minus b formula. Yes. So now let's consider the LHS to prove that is same as RHS. Now let's consider the LHS, which is root 2 into cos of pi by 4 minus a. We'll keep root 2 as it is. Now what is the expansion for cos of x minus y? Which is we know the expansion for cos, which is cos sin. For minus we will take plus. Yes. So what we get the expansion? Cos of pi by 4 minus a, which is cos pi by 4 into cos a plus sin pi by 4 into sin a. Now we know about the value of cos of pi by 4 and sin of pi by 4. Let's put the value. Here root 2 as it is in bracket, cos pi by 4, which is 1 by root 2 into cos a plus sin pi by 4, which is 1 by root 2 into sin a. Now let's multiply by root 2 into the brackets, or even we can take root 2 common from first and second term. Now see root 2 as it is. If I take this 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 outside, so we get root 2 upon root 2 in bracket, cos a is remain plus sin a is remain. Now here root 2 will be goes to cancel, and what we get? Cos a plus sin a, that is the exactly required RHS. So in this way we can consider the LHS and we can show that it is same as the RHS. Let's see the next example. Prove the following. So here we have to prove cos of x minus y upon cos of x plus y, which is equal to cot x cot y plus 1 upon cot x cot y minus 1. So in this example also it is easy to consider the LHS. What is the reason? Because here we can expand this formula cos of x minus y and cos of x plus y using the compound angle formula. Yes, let's consider the LHS. See here, what is the LHS? Cos of x minus y upon cos of x plus y. Now, this cos of x minus y, we can write cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. As we know, the expansion of cos contain term cos cos sin sin. For minus, we have to take plus. Similarly, cos of x plus y, cos cos minus sin sin. Yes, here the expansion cos cos sin sin, for plus we have to take minus. Now here if we observe this RHS carefully, we require here 1. Similarly at the denominator 1. So how we can get 1 here? If I divide this sin x sin y by same quantity sin x sin y, then we will get 1. Similarly here we get 1. So that is why for the full numerator and denominator we will divide by the quantity sin x sin y. Let's see, if we divide the whole numerator and denominator by sin x sin y, then what we get here? Cos x cos y divided by sin x sin y plus sin x sin y upon sin x sin y, which will give us 1, divided by cos x cos y upon sin x sin y minus sin x sin y upon sin x sin y, which is 1. Yes, now here you can observe the angle x and y are same. And what is cos upon sin? Which is cot x. What is cos y upon sin y? Which is cot y, plus 1 as it is. Similarly in the denominator, cos x upon sin x, which is cot x, and cos y upon sin y, which is cot y minus 1, and it is the exactly required RHS. So in this way we can prove LHS equal to RHS by considering the LHS. Let's see the next example. Prove the following. Tan of 5a minus tan of 3a divided by tan of 5a plus tan of 3a, which is equal to sin 2a upon sin 8a. Here we don't know about how to add two trigonometric functions, that is sin of a plus sin of b or tan of a plus tan of b. Here the numerator is tan of 5a minus tan of 3 and denominator is also same with plus symbol. Now we have to show that this LHS is same as RHS. We have one option. See, if we observe this angle carefully, the exactly difference 5 and 3a, the difference of 5 and 3a, which is 2a, and the difference of 5a and the addition of 5a and 3a is 80. That means we can consider from RHS and we can write this angle in terms of 5a and 3a, and we can expand it and we can prove that that is same as this. Yes. Now, or even we can consider the LHS and we can show that it is same as the RHS. So let's see the alternative options. We will consider the LHS first. Okay. So if I consider this tan of 5a minus tan of 3a upon tan of 5a plus tan of 3a. So we have option, we can write tan as a sin upon cos. Yes. Now if I write tan as a sin 5a upon cos 5a minus, similarly tan of 3a we can write sin of 3a upon cos of 3a divided by tan 5a as sin 5a upon cos 5a plus tan 3a as tan 3a upon cos 3a. Now this numerator we can simplify by taking the cross product, this into this minus this into this upon this into this. Yes, so if we simplify, what we get? Sin 5a cos 3a minus sin 3a cos 5a upon sin cos 5a cos 3a divided by sin 5a cos 3a plus sin 3a cos 5a. Even we can interchange this term. Now see, here the denominator cos 5a cos 3a will be cancelled, and what is remain? This sin 5a cos 3a minus, now I am interchanging this term. I am writing cos 5a first, sin 3a later. What is the reason? Because we know the expansion, that is sin cos cos sin, it is expansion of sin of a plus b or a minus b. Similarly, sin 5a cos 3a plus cos 5a sin 3a. Now we know this is exactly expansion. It is expansion what? Sin of 5a minus 3a upon sine of 5a plus 3a. That is 5a minus 3a, which is 2a, and 5a plus 3a, which is 8a. So we get the required RHS. The proof of this theorem, this example, even we can follow the reverse step of this. So we can consider the RHS. Then we write this sine 2a upon sine 8a. We can write sine 2a as 5a minus 3a. Similarly, 5a plus 3a. Now we can expand this term as this way. Now what is our requirement? We require here sine 5a. So that's why we will divide by cos 5a here. And we have to eliminate this term. So we'll divide by cos 3a. That means we will divide by cos 5a and cos 3a to whole numerator as well as denominator. Then we will get the exactly LHS. Even in this way also we can prove the above statement. Let's see the next example. Prove the following. Tan 8 theta minus tan 5 theta minus tan 3 theta equal to tan 8 theta into tan 5 theta into tan 3 theta. So to prove this type of identities, we have to always think about the relation between the given angles. So here what are the angles? 8 theta, 5 theta, 3 theta. So what are the relation between these three angles? Yes, we know the addition of these two is 8 theta, or I can say the difference of these two is 3 theta. So let's see, we can write this 8 theta as 5 theta plus 3 theta. As we require the terms in terms of tan, that is why we will take the tan on both sides. That is tan of 8 theta equal to tan of 5 theta plus 3 theta. Now we know the expansion of tan of a plus b. What is the expansion for tan of a plus b? Tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a into tan b. Here it is product. Okay. So now we can write this as tan a, that is tan 5 theta plus tan 3 theta upon 1 minus tan 5 theta into, remember here it is into. Now we can take the cross product. What is the cross product? Here denominator is 1, that means tan theta will be multiplied here, or I can say simply we'll take this term on this side. What I get? Tan theta will be multiplied to this, that is tan theta into 1 minus tan 5 theta into tan theta. See, here it is the correction. Here actually here it should be dot, that is the multiplication, equal to this tan 5 theta plus 3 theta as it is. Now we can multiply by tan 8 theta in bracket. So tan 8 theta into 1, tan 8 theta, tan 8 theta into this term. So we get this term, that is equal to tan of 5 theta plus 3 theta. Now we require the RHS, which is positive terms. So we can shift this term on this side and we can take these two terms on this side. So what I get? Tan 8 theta minus tan 5 theta minus 3 theta equal to this negative term will be taken on this side. So it will become positive, that is tan 8 theta into tan 5 theta into tan of 3 theta. So in this way we can prove tan of 8 theta minus tan of 5 theta minus tan of 3 theta is equal to tan 8 theta into tan 5 theta into tan 3 theta. So in the same way, for any angle ABC where the relation between ABC is sum of two angles is remaining one, then obviously we can write tan A minus tan B minus tan C as tan of A into tan of B into tan of C for any angle A, B and C. So we can prove any example based on this statement. Let's see one more example. Cos of 27 degree plus sine of 27 degree upon cos 27 degree minus sine 27 degree equal to tan of 72 degree. Here, what is the relation between this 27 degree and 72 degree? See, if we take 90 minus some angle, then we can use that statement here to prove the identities. Now, if we consider the LHS, yes, if we consider the LHS, what is the LHS? Cos 27 degree plus sine 27 degree upon cos 27 minus sine 27. Now, if we divide the numerator and denominator by cos 27, see, if we divide the numerator and denominator by cos 27, then what we get? Cos upon cos, which is 1, sin upon cos, which is sin tan 27, cos upon cos, which is 1, minus sin upon cos, which is tan 27. Now we can write this one as 45 degree, because tan 45 is 1, and once we write tan 45 here, we can say this tan 45 plus sin tan 27 upon 1 minus tan 45 into tan 27, and which is exactly the formula of tan of 45 plus 27, which will give us 72 degree, that is the RHS. The same proof we can prove using the reverse step. So how we can prove? Let's consider the RHS, that is 72 degree, and this 72 degree we can write in some standard angle, which is 45 plus 27 degree, and now we can expand this. By expansion of this is tan 45 plus tan 27 upon 1 minus tan 45 to 27. Here we know the value of tan 45, which is 1. So we get 1 plus tan 27 upon 1 minus tan 27. Now we can write tan as sin 27 upon cos 27. Similarly, this tan as sin 27 upon cos 27. If we take the cross product, we get exactly this expansion. Yes, so even in this way also we can prove the statement. Let's see one more example. Here we have to prove that cot A plus cot 4A plus 1 upon cot A cot 4A minus 1, which is equal to cos of 3A upon cos of 5. So here we have two options. Either we can consider LHS and then prove that RHS, or consider RHS and then prove that it is equal with LHS. Now if we consider this LHS, that is cot, and we can write cot as cos upon sine. Yes, this cot A can be written as cos A upon sine A, cot 4A which can be written as cos of 4A upon sine of 4A. Similarly, the denominator cos A upon sine A into cot of 4A upon sine. Now here it is 1. 1 means it is 1 upon 1. Now we can take the cross product. Yes, by simplifying this, what we get? Cos A cos 4A as it is plus 1 into this, that is sin A sin 4A divided by sin A sin 4A into 1. Here denominator is 1. So we get this. Similarly in the denominator. Now if we observe the denominator of numerator and denominator of denominator, which are same, so we can cancel them. So what we get? Cos 4A cos A plus sin 4A sin A upon cos 4A cos A minus sin 4A sin A. Here these are the exactly expansion. As we know, cos plus sin which is expansion of cos of x minus y. Similarly, cos minus sin which is expansion of cos of x plus y. Yes, so what are the angles here? X is 4A and y is A. So let's put here cos 4A cos A plus sin 4A sin A can be written as cos of 4A minus A upon cos 4A plus cos 4A into cos A minus sin 4A into sin A can be written as cos of 4A plus A. So here 4A minus A, which is 3A, and 4A plus A, which is 5A, which we get the required RHS. So even the same proof we can give by reverse way. We can consider the RHS. We can write cos A upon cos 3A upon cos 5A as in the angle of 4A and 3A. So that we can write cos 3A as 4A minus A and cos 5A as 4A plus A, and then we can expand these formulas, and to get 1 here we can divide the whole expression, this term, by the same quantity, that is sin A sin 4A sin A sin 4A sin A. To make 1 here, we'll divide the numerator and denominator by sin 4A sin A. By following the reverse order, we'll get exactly this expansion. Yes, it is also the simple way to prove the statement. Let's see one more example. If sin A is equal to minus 5 upon 13, where A is lies between pi and 3 pi by 2, that is 180 and 270 degree, cos B, which is 3 upon 5, where B is lies between 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi, that is 270 and 360 degree. So here A belongs to third quadrant and B belongs to fourth quadrant. Then find sine of A plus B. Now here our requirement is sine of A plus B. So to find sine of a plus b, what is our requirement? As we know, the expansion of sine of a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. That means we should know the value of sine a, which is given, cos a. We don't know about cos a, but using sine a we can easily find cos a. The next term, sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So here cos a we can find, and sine b, that we can find from cos of b. Yes, so using sine a we can find cos a, and using cos b we can find sine b, and we can use those values to find this sine of a plus b. Yes, see here we have given sine a, which is minus 5 upon 13. So to using sine to find cos, we can use the fundamental identity. What is the fundamental identity? Sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. That means we can write cos square a as 1 minus sine square a. Let's put the value of sine a here, that is 1 minus 5 upon 13 bracket square 1 as it is, minus the square of minus 5, which is 25, and the square of 13, which is 169. What is the cross product here? 169 into 1 minus 25, which is 144 upon 169. So we get cos square a equal to 144 upon 169. Let's take the square root of on both sides. So what we get? Cos a equal to plus or minus square root of 144, which is 12, square root of 169, which is 13. But which solution we can accept? Either plus or minus. So that's why we should think about the angle A. So here angle A is lies between 180 and 270. That means it is belong to the third quadrant. And we know in third quadrant only tan is positive. That means cos should be negative. So that is why the value of cos A should be minus 12 upon 13, as A belongs to third quadrant. Yes, so similarly, we have given cos b. If we have given cos b, then we can find sin b using the fundamental identity. What is the identity? Sin square b is equal to 1 minus cos square b. Yes, let's put the value of cos here. Cos b is 3 upon 5. So we get 1 minus 3 square 9 upon 5 square 25, which is 25 minus 9, that is 16 upon 25. So we get sin square b is 16 upon 25. If I take the square root on both sides, we get sin b equal to plus or minus 4 upon 5. But which answer we can accept here? Here we have given b is lies between 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. That means b is lies in fourth quadrant, and we know in fourth quadrant only cos is positive. That means sine should be negative. So that is sin b is minus 4 by 5. Once we get the all values of sin a, cos b, cos a, sin b, we can put in the expansion, which is sin of a plus b, which is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Now we have all available these values of sin a, cos b, cos a, sin b. Let's put here sin a, which is minus 3 upon 13, cos b, which is 3 upon 5, cos a, which is minus 12 upon 13, and sin b, which is minus 4 upon 5. So here product minus 5 into 3, which is minus 15, 13 into 5, 65. Here plus symbol as it is, minus into minus it will be plus, 12 into 44, which is 48, and 13 into 5, which is 65. Now here denominators are same, so we can combine them. That is minus 15 plus 48 divided by 65, which will give 33 upon 65. Yes, so here in this way we can prove the sine of a plus b, which is 33 upon 65. Let's see the next example. The next example is also again same, sine a minus 5 upon 13, where pi less than a less than 3 pi by 2, and cos b, which is 3 upon 5, 3 pi by 2 less than b less than 2 pi. Find cos of a minus b. See, this is also similar example which is given exactly in the previous example, but the question is about find cos of a minus b. As we have given already sin a cos b, using this sin a we can find cos a, using cos b we can find sin b. So already we have find in previous example these values. So what is the expansion for cos of a minus b? Which is cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. As we know the expansion of cos, which is cos cos sin sin, for minus plus. Now let's put the value cos a, which is minus 12 upon 13, cos B, which is 3 upon 5, sin A minus 5 upon 13, sin B, which is minus 4 upon 5. So here let's take the multiplication. Minus 12 into 3 minus 36 upon 13 into 5, 65, plus symbol as it is. Negative into negative, it is plus. 5 into 4, 20 upon 65. So here denominators are same. Let's add the numerator. Minus 36 plus 20, which is minus 16 upon 65. So in this way we get the value of cos of A minus B. Now the next example is again same. Sin A is given, cos B is given, but question is about find tan of A plus B. Now see, if the previous question is about find cos of A plus B, then easily we have available sin of A plus B, cos of A plus B, we can find tan of A plus B. But here we have available cos of A minus B, so that means there is no use. So to find tan of A plus B, we should know what are the values of tan A and tan B. But here the example is same. That means what? From the previous examples, from sin A and cos A, we can find tan A. From sin B and cos B, we can find tan B. So what is tan A? Sin A upon cos A. Sin A is already known, minus 5 upon 13. Cos A is also known, minus 12 upon 13. So here 13 cancel, negative upon negative positive. So we get 5 upon 12. Similarly, tan B, which is sin B upon cos B, minus 4 upon 5 upon 3 upon 5, 5 goes to cancel, which is minus 4 upon 3. Once we have tan A and tan B, we can easily find tan of A plus B. So what is the expansion for tan of A plus B? Which is tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A into tan B. Let's put the value of tan A and tan B in this expression. Then we'll get the required value. That is tan A 5 upon 12, tan B 4 upon 3 upon 1 minus 5 by 12 into minus 4 by 3. So what is the cross product here? 5 into 3, 15 minus 12 into 4, 48. That is 15 minus 48, which is minus 33, and 12 into 3, which is 36. Here denominator is 1 minus, here product is negative into negative plus, here it is 5 into 4, 20 upon 36. So 1 plus 20 upon 36. If we take the cross product, we get 36 plus 20, which is 56 upon 36. So here 36 will be goes to cancel. We get minus 33 upon 56. So in this way we can find the value of tan of A plus B. Means for any value of sin A and cos B, we can find the value of sin of A minus B or sin of A plus B, cos of A plus B or cos of A minus B. Similarly, tan of A plus B or tan of A minus B. So in this way, we can solve any example based on the compound angle formula. We can solve. Okay. In next lecture, we'll see the next concept.